This is The Drive with Dan Michaels on the mighty 790 and 104.7 KFGO.
The mighty 790 and 104.7 KFGO. KFGO time 4:09. Welcome to The Drive. I'm Dan Michaels. Paulie Lights is producing. Paul Jerkins is in the KFGO News Center. More news with the Jerkermeister coming up at the bottom of the hour. Thank you so much for joining us. All sorts of tunes throughout our time in the rock era and before, talking about, romanticizing smoking, like that one from Boston, or smoking in the boys' room. Can you imagine Casablanca without a ring of smoke around Humphrey Bogart's face, as he says, of all the gin joints and all the bars in all the world? Yeah, it's tough to do that. But you know what? We know so much more about how harmful tobacco products are for us today, that the romance is completely gone. And it's quitting time week. What does that mean? Well, let's turn to the experts. Melissa Markegard is Tobacco Prevention Coordinator for Fargo Cass Public Health, and she is one of the people behind this week-long awareness campaign, bringing attention of the dangers of tobacco and nicotine to everybody. She joins us this afternoon. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, how are you?
I'm terrific. How are you doing?
Good. I am good. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, absolutely. It's our pleasure. I don't know how old you are, Melissa, but can you believe Grease came out on this date 43 years ago?
Well, I was not around at that time. I don't have to say my name, right? Or my age, right? But I was not around then.
I was working at the theater when it came out. I remember it very, very well, as a matter of fact. I can't believe how much time's gone by. Anyway,
yeah.
I'm glad I'm still on the planet. And, Melissa, I just hate the preachy, don't smoke, you got to quit, don't get your smoke away from it. I just hate the preachy approach to trying to get people to quit smoking. We want you to live to be old and to enjoy your time on the planet and be healthy and happy. And that's what it's all about, is we're trying to assist you. You got to want to begin with. But that's where we step in here, and that's where the team at Fargo Cass Public Health is encouraging tobacco users to participate in It's Quitting Time. So what do you mean by It's Quitting Time, Melissa? What's that mean?
Yes, so the North Dakota Local Public Health Units, along with North Dakota Department of Health and Tobacco Free North Dakota, or TFND, we're all working together this week to really push the It's Quitting Time week, or quit week as we call it in a shorter frame. It's June 14th through the 20th is just our week here in North Dakota. We did it last year. We're doing it again. We are just encouraging people to pick a quit date. You don't have to quit this week. You can say, I'm not ready, but I know that I do want to quit. We do know that the majority of tobacco users have at some time felt like they wanted to quit. And we're just here to help. So we want to just get the information out there as much as possible as to what those things are that can help you quit.
I'm not trying to be facetious here, but it is truly remarkable, and you can see it in some of the legislation that North Dakotans are for, that they pass. North Dakotans just fiercely independent, absolutely fiercely independent. We won't pass a motorcycle helmet law in this state, and I'm a guy who doesn't wear a motorcycle helmet, by the way, but we won't pass one of those laws because it infringes on our freedoms, etc.
Yeah.
And that's how North Dakotans are. Yet, isn't it completely ironic that North Dakotans will get themselves hooked on these cigarettes, on the chew, and even though they may not look at it this way, they are held down. Their freedoms are held down. They are hooked. They have to get up in the middle of the movie and go outside and have a smoke. They have to get off the thing so they can go out and have a smoke. But if that's you, look what that's doing to your freedom. You are hooked to that thing. It's a ball and chain around your leg. Do you try to get people to kind of look at it like that?
Yeah, we try and we want people to look at it as an addiction, and not even so much like tobacco cessation. We want to look at it as tobacco treatment. You're addicted just like any other drug that's out there. You potentially could need some tobacco treatment for it. And so we have lots of resources here in North Dakota, in Cass County, here at Fargo Cass Public Health, that can help people take steps towards that quitting, towards that a life free of nicotine addiction. So yeah, it's I mean, there are resources available, resources that are proven to help you quit. There's personal coaching through ND Quits, which is the North Dakota quit line that we have through the North Dakota Department of Health. We have tobacco treatment specialists here at Fargo-Cass Public Health, myself included, who can meet with people face-to-face, one-on-one, talk about their addiction, talk about when they smoke, when they chew, and then go from there and set up a plan, kind of help think about when they're smoking that cigarette and how can we change that so that it makes it easier, all of that kind of stuff. And then we also are able to provide, both through ND Quits and here at Fargo-Cass Public Health with our cessation program, we can provide nicotine replacement therapy, which is really important. It's expensive, and a lot of times we hear people say, well, I can't afford nicotine patches, so I'm just going to keep smoking. Really, in reality, nicotine patches are cheaper than cigarettes, but we can provide them for free. We can provide nicotine patches, nicotine gum, and nicotine lozenges to those individuals who are wanting to quit and are coming to meet with us face to face. So we have that available.
Melissa Markegard is joining us. She's tobacco prevention coordinator for Fargo-Cass Public Health. We're talking about it's quitting time this week, hoping that you will give up the cigs and give up chewing and live a tobacco-free life if you can. The old saying when I was a kid was, if you first don't succeed, try again. And boy, that really is a message here too. Everyone recognizes how hard it is after smoking or chewing for years, and like you just said, you got your perfect times of the day where some smokers, chewers just just can't wait for that moment. Boy, it's tough. It's tough to walk away from that. We know that. So don't give up.
No, yeah, absolutely. We want people to set that quit date so that they have that in mind and start taking those steps towards potentially being able to quit for good this time. We know that on average, people who are attempting to quit their tobacco products and their nicotine addiction, they try in between 9 and it can be there can be a lot of attempts to kick this addiction, and I don't like to say habit. There is some habit stuff to using tobacco products, but we know the bottom line is it is an addiction to nicotine, and and it's really challenging to quit that. So
once again, and this must be part of your education when you sit down and you're trying to help people to quit, you talk about how dangerous cigarettes and vaping is. Let's just talk about cigarettes. What makes them so dangerous?
Well, in 2020, tobacco use here in North Dakota contributed to about 1,000 North Dakota deaths. And that's because of their tobacco-related illness. So we lost 1,000 people in North Dakota last year due to their tobacco use. So we have that piece of it. The loss of productivity costs is it's $232 million that North Dakota cost North Dakota in lost productivity due to smoking in 2020. So there's lots of reasons to quit. It's just a matter of finding that reason within you. I've worked with people who are trying to quit and have quit successfully for 7 years now, and I've had clients who they've had every health ailment in the book. That was not their reason for quitting. It was actually their dog and not wanting their dog to be exposed to secondhand smoke. So you just have to find the reason.
Sure. Yeah.
You have to find your own reason for why you want to quit and what's going to help you be successful in that.
Do you run into the it's not going to hurt me a lot? I close my eyes and I think of Johnny Carson, is one of my absolute faves, but he just could not go without his cigarettes. And towards the end of his life, he did quit smoking, but it ended up killing him in the end. And I remember singer Donna Summer. She was just so sure. She was one of those people that it was never going to impact, and then of course died of lung cancer. And so you must run into I run, I jog, I work out. It's never going to hurt me.
Yeah, not so much the running and jogging folks that say that, but I think there are the people who say, you're absolutely right. They've been smoking for 50 years or 60 years. They started when they were 12 years old or 10 years old, and they've never experienced any health issues. Well, to those people, I say that you know of, and it could, at any point in time, you could have that illness. It's just lurking, for lack of a better word. It can happen, and it does happen on a very regular basis. We know that cigarettes are deadly. We know that chewing tobacco is deadly. It's very well known and very well documented. So we want people who are using those products to at least take the step and put in their minds that maybe right now is the time, or what's the date that you're going to set that says, okay, this is it. I do have to be done. It's possible.
It is possible, and if you don't make it the first time, keep going back to the plate.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get out of that slump, is keep going to the plate and taking swings. Melissa Markegard is Tobacco Prevention Coordinator. So let's say we reached somebody today and they do want to give it a go.
Yeah.
What's their first move?
So they can contact ND Quits. That phone number is 1-800-QUIT-NOW or 1-800-784-8669, or you can Google ND Quits and go to their website, or you can contact us here at Fargo-Cass Public Health. I would do your intake for you, and so that would be just a matter of calling Fargo-Cass Public Health and asking for Melissa Markegard.
Isn't vaping safer?
How much time do we have?
Polly is playing a tune behind us and shaking me off right now, so he's saying there is no more time.
Okay, well, that's another conversation we can have on another day.
Okay. Would you?
Okay.
Okay, I'm not going to push you on it then. We'll do it again another time. Melissa Markegard, Tobacco Prevention Coordinator. Make those first steps today. And if you don't succeed, try again. And then try again and again and again. But let's try to get that up, because the bottom line is we love you. There's people in your life who love you, and they want you to be around for a long time. And getting tobacco behind you is going to be one of those things. Melissa, I know Paulie's playing us off the stage here, but isn't it true that the second you quit smoking, your body starts recovering right away?
Yes, yeah, within about the first 10 minutes. Yep.
That's amazing. Melissa Markegard from Fargo-Cass Public Health. She's Tobacco Prevention Coordinator. Melissa, thanks so very much.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, take care. KFGO time is 4:21. You're listening to The Drive on the Mighty 790 and 104.7 KFGO.
You're listening to The Drive with Dan Michaels.
I guess I was going about 65 tops.
7 miles an hour.
On the Mighty 790 and 104.7 KFGO.
Why do so many people trust Bathfitter to install their baths and showers? With our unique tub-over-tub installation in as little as a day, there's no disruptive demolition or lengthy renovation, so it fits your schedule. With hundreds of custom designs, it fits your style. With quality you can trust and a lifetime guarantee, it fits your high standards. Why have over 2 million people welcomed Bathfitter into their homes? It just fits.
Visit BathfitterND.com to book your free consultation.
Ever wonder what life would be like without frozen drinks and slushies from McDonald's? Yeah, I don't want to think about that either. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink.
Try one of our new icy cold frozen drinks, like a medium blue raspberry, frozen Coke, or wild cherry for just $1.59. Or try one of our Minute Maid slushies. Price and participation may vary. Available for a limited time.
Solar window films from Sun Control save you money and protect your home and business. Our films block over 99% of the ultraviolet rays that are dangerous to people and cause floors and furniture to fade. The sun's heat is directed away from your windows, saving energy and allowing safe sunlight into your space. Sun Control, the region's premier window film installers for over 30 years. Call 701-298-9658 or visit scfargo.com.
Do you have type 2 diabetes? Lilistol Research is seeking adults who are currently taking medication to control their diabetes to participate in a clinical research study. Qualified participants will receive study-related care, investigational medication, and diabetic testing supplies at no cost and will be compensated for their time. Call Lilistol Research at 232-7705 to see if you qualify, or sign up online at lilistolresearch.com for future generations.
Lilistol Research. At KFGO, we're dedicated to delivering weather forecasts across all platforms. KFGO Chief Meteorologist Tom Szymanski here. KFGO weather across all devices is brought to you by Furniture for Less. Your lift chair headquarters. With a push of a button, you can get lifted out of your chair and stand up. The lift chair recliners are now on sale, starting at $5.99, and only at Furniture for Less. If you see it today, you can have it today. Locally owned for 24 years. All lift chairs now on sale at Furniture for Less, Cheyenne Street, West Fargo.
Are you planning a home improvement project or repair? Make sure the contractor you hire is licensed before you sign a contract. This is important because if you suffer a financial loss due to a licensed contractor's misconduct or failure to perform, the Minnesota Contractor Recovery Fund can help you recover up to $75,000. But if you hire an unlicensed contractor, you're on your own. It's easy to verify who's licensed and who's not. Go to HireLicensedMN.com and click on Verify a License. Protect yourself. Hire licensed.
Do you love fishing?
Oh, there he is.
Join us each Saturday on JMO Radio as we deep dive into the hottest fishing trends happening right now. We're going to tap into some of the details and tactics used by top anglers from across the Midwest.
That's when you know you're throwing the right bait.
I'm your host, Taylor Michaels, and we're going to bring you an hour of hardcore fishing every week.
Tune in to JMO Radio every Sunday morning on 790 KFGO between 6 and 7 a.m.
Archery, acrobatics, or air hockey, biking, baking, or bingo, crafting, climbing, or croquet. You decide. Creating your own fundraising event to help the Alzheimer's Association is as easy as ABC. On June 20th, the longest day of the year, we join together to support families impacted by Alzheimer's and dementia. The day with the most light is the day we fight. What will you do on the longest day? Find out more at alz.org/longest day. That's alz.org/longest day.
It Takes Two online content, blogs, podcasts, and more brought to you by the new Muscatel Collision Center located in Moorhead. The Muscatel Collision Center not only does great paint, repair, and glass work, they also provide a complimentary loaner car while the work is being done. Muscatel Collision Center just off exit 1 in Moorhead.
Tall Towers Aviation welcomes you to enjoy the activities and events at the 59th Annual Page Community Days, June 18th through the 20th. From your friends at Tall Towers Aviation, proudly serving the area since 1980. Tall Towers Aviation, Inc., Page, North Dakota.
Back to The Drive with Dan Michaels on the Mighty 790 and 104.7 FM KFGO.
That's right, I'm sad and blue, 'cause I can do the boogaloo.